Dr. Wali here. Today I want to talk to you about the labiaplasty procedure. So I made a little model out of Play-Doh to kind of demonstrate what it is that we do when we do a labiaplasty. And just to get you oriented to the anatomy, this would be the labia majora, okay? This is the labia minora, this is the clitoris, and this is the hood of the clitoris, the clitoral hood. Now when we do a labiaplasty, there's two ways to do it. One way is to do something called a straight line repair. And what that entails is making a straight line cut straight through the labia like this and just amputating this piece of labia that is hanging out. When people want a labiaplasty, what they are bothered by is the excess labia minora, which is hanging outside the labia majora. And so if you just simply amputate it like this, you can remove that extra tissue and it does solve the problem. The issue becomes people don't like the way it looks because it doesn't look as natural. And what I mean by that is if you look at the normal labia, the inner portion of the labia is usually more pink and the outer portion is typically darker and rougher and the edges are irregular. So what you see is the outer labia is irregular, the inner labia is more smooth and pink. And if you just simply amputate it like this, what you end up is with something that looks just simply truncated and it doesn't look natural. So if you see here, we made, this is the cut will be like this. So when you're doing the straight line repair, basically what you're doing is just removing this tissue like that and then stitching it up. And you can see it doesn't look as natural because you see some of the pink labia tissue, which is the inner tissue, on the outside. And that creates a look that doesn't look as natural. The other way to do it, which is the way most people like, is to do something called a wedge excision. And what the wedge excision is we make a triangle like a pizza shape and we cut out the labia like this. And when you cut it out like that, you still are preserving the outer portion of the labia, which is rough and irregular and darker, and that still remains on the outside, and then you bring it together and that creates a more natural looking shape. So now you see that we've taken out a triangle and then you bring the triangle together. Now this is Play-Doh, so it doesn't stretch like the regular labia does, but now it brings it in and we put it back together like that. And when you put it back together like that, that looks more natural and it creates a much more aesthetic looking labiaplasty.